Every part of the United States played its part in winning World War II. In Greensboro, one way was the steel produced at a plant on South Elm Eugene Street.
The Army sent personnel to thank the workers at Carolina Steel, and when steel production moved elsewhere, it seemed there wasn't much need for the old plant. But as you'll see in tonight's Buckley report, it's about to be reborn.
So this was all of sales, accounting, purchasing.
Gary Rogers and Charles O'Brien
I believe it was that one. Really neat, yep, that was it.
are peering into their past.
What is it like coming back to peer in that window?
Oh, it's cool. It's really neat, yep.
They looked a bit different when they worked here
It was a good experience.
You felt like you'd be here forever.
You did.
because from the First World War through the Second, Carolina Steel was churning out what was needed to win those wars, and did so into the 80s when Charles and Gary came to work here. But when production stopped, it seemed so did the need to save this historic place.
This is not a building you look at and say, I have to preserve that, it's beautiful.
No, that's correct. Right.
So, I mean, do we just got to give it a break or what?
Well, I mean, to me, the structure in there is incredible. It was Carolina Steel building their own plant, so they did not shortcut anything.
This first bay will be the 85,000 square foot manufacturing center.
Lisa Hazlitt is the president of the Nussbaum Center for Entrepreneurship, which now owns the building, and it's her job to make something of it.
It ain't the prettiest of buildings.
Number one question we get asked is, why don't you just tear it down?
And?
Our answer is because it's a part of Greensboro history. The oldest section of that building was built in 1919. At one point in time, Carolina Steel was the largest employer in Greensboro. The Dean Dome was made out there, the Greensboro Coliseum was made out there, and the Reynolds Tobacco Building was made out there.
This was my office.
That means something to people who worked at Carolina Steel, like Charles and Gary.
Even now, do you drive by those buildings and say, I had a hand in that?
Yes.
Yes.
But it's what the Nussbaum Center plans to transform the plant into that really excited people around the Triad.
And this is where we're going to build a two-story office building, house an additional 40,000 square feet of office space, including a medical clinic.
Build an office building inside
We're
of
going to build a building in a building.
The renovated version will exponentially expand the Nussbaum Center's mission of helping entrepreneurs thrive, something the Triad has identified as a massive need.
You said despite having 25,000 young people get degrees in this region every year, our 20 to 44-year-old population isn't growing.
No,
This can help solve that?
we believe it can.
Because it revives the echoes of this region's past.
People moved to Greensboro to start their mills. They moved to High Point to start furniture. They moved to Winston-Salem to start tobacco. So our region was built by entrepreneurs. And we want to give those new entrepreneurs, that next generation of entrepreneurs, the same opportunity.
While giving life to an old friend.
Is this place going to be here in another 50, 100 years?
Bob Buckley,
I think it will.
Fox 8 News.
Now, the first phase of the renovation will start in the next month or so and be done by this time next year. The entire $40 million project should be done in about 5 years.